Hello and welcome to the daily devotion for Wednesday, May the 5th, from the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene. Today we are reading from the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 verses 13 through 23. Here is the word of the Lord. Therefore, with minds that are alert and fully sober, set your hope on the grace to be brought to you when Jesus Christ is revealed at his coming. As obedient children, do not conform to the evil desires you had when you lived in ignorance. But just as he who called you is holy, so be holy in all you do. For it is written, be holy because I am holy. Since you call on a Father who judges each person's work impartially, live out your time as foreigners here in reverent fear. For you know that it was not with perishable things such as silver or gold that you were redeemed from the empty way of life handed down to you from your ancestors, but with the precious blood of Christ, a lamb without blemish or defect. He was chosen before the creation of the world, but was revealed in these last times for your sake. Through him you believe in God, who raised him from the dead and glorified him. And so your faith and hope are in God. Now that you have purified yourselves by obeying the truth, so that you have sincere love for each other, love one another deeply from the heart. For you have been born again, not of perishable seed, but of imperishable, through the living and enduring Word of God. And that is the word of the Lord. In his article today, which is titled, To Obey or Not to Obey, Mark Hendrickson writes this. My youngest son loved a train table at preschool. Every school day he would play there. It wasn't long, however, before the teacher would call students over to a different table for a lesson. He would be the last to comply as he looked at the train table, then looked at the other table, and looked back at the train table. You could see the thoughts pass through his mind. Do I really want to leave the trains? It looks like more fun. Obedience does not come naturally. Anyone who has been in charge of children, or teenagers, or adults even, knows this to be true. Our natural human inclination is to do what we want, not necessarily what we are told to do. Obedience is hard. Sometimes we must be intentional about, think about raising children. What is fascinating in this letter from Peter is the link between obedience and holiness. We don't stumble upon holiness accidentally. We don't obtain it and then coast. Our holiness is because Christ's holiness and Christ's holiness was selfless. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross. And that is from Philippians chapter 2, verse 8. Today, choose to obey. The hymn is titled, Take Time to Be Holy by William D. Longstaff. Be calm in thy soul, each thought and each motive beneath his control. And from the book of James, chapter 1, verse 22, we find, don't merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. And that is your daily devotion for Wednesday, May the 5th. Have a wonderful day.